universe to be the light. You must feel the burn, given the power to move a tide. Let's move a tide. Let's shake the seas. Imagine that, how hard it'd be to go against society. Yeah, can you imagine that? Yeah, I could imagine.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel where we discuss popular mainstream music. And in this video, we're gonna be catching up with the pop girls, okay, with the pop girls. And this is exciting because Grammy season is coming and the nominations have been out. And a lot of these girls have been nominated, so it is very exciting. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed the little snippet of music in the beginning of this video, that is my music. Please check it out, guys. All you have to do is type my name, Sam Dolphin, and my music will pop up here on YouTube. You can also listen to my music on all music streaming platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music, so definitely check it out. I'd really appreciate it. So getting back into the video, okay, pop girls, we're catching up with the pop girls, and it is Grammy nomination season. Grammys are coming up and the nominations have been revealed, and a lot of these girls have been nominated for many categories. I mean, the pop girls are really doing it. So let's just get right into it, all right? And the first is Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, Sabrina Carpenter. Now, she's been nominated for 6 Grammys. Okay, 6 Grammys. 4 of them being the big 4. Okay, Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, and Song of the Year. And then she's also been nominated for Pop Solo Performance as well as Best Pop Vocal Album. Okay. Which is freaking incredible. First of all, Sabrina Carpenter has gone such a long way from her beginning days. This is her 6th album, which is so amazing to talk about because she's being nominated as Best New Artist. And the Best New Artist category in Grammys is a very interesting one because it's not really about being a new artist. It's about being new to the public mainstream, new to the public's conscious, like making a splash into the mainstream. Okay, so it's very subjective in the way that they do it, but it's also very interesting in the way that they do it because, again, it's not just based off of just starting out. It's about how you're presented to the public. And Sabrina Carpenter is on her 6th album being nominated as Best New Artist, but she's really made her huge splash to the mainstream this year. So it's very, very super interesting. And just to see her nominated for all the 4 big categories, definitely well deserved. And it makes so much sense because her album did so well. And it's such a great album. So I'm so proud of her. Really good year. She's being nominated for her album Short and Sweet, and also for her singles Espresso and Please Please Please, okay, which Espresso was a huge song, huge song. So that definitely deserves to win because that was definitely one of the songs of like the year. And Please 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 was also really well, but this like year for Sabrina Carpenter is like such a freaking 180 from where she was coming from. So props to Sabrina Carpenter. I'm really excited. I wonder what she's gonna get, but she's definitely one of the top hits, one of the most successful pop acts to come out, and coming out with such a gradual yet strong rise. Again, this is her 6th album. So really props to her. And I remember even doing a video talking about her awards and saying, you know, she like just came out, so her biggest award is VMAs, and now she's nominated for 6 Grammys. So this is definitely going to be very exciting. I definitely have my bets on her, and I definitely feel like she needs to win Song of the Year and Record of the Year. Because I feel like her songs, her singles, Espresso, especially Espresso, was such a huge major hit, like a huge major hit. So out of all the awards, I really feel like Record of the Year and Song of the Year really goes to her, as well as Pop Solo Performance as well too. And Pop Vocal Album, that's a really good one too. I loved her album because her album, first of all, just sonically was great. The melodies, the hooks, I loved her album, but also it was a pretty diverse album in terms of sound and what she experimented with. So definitely props to Sabrina Carpenter. Next is Chappell Roan, okay, Chappell Roan, and she is also nominated for 6 Grammys. Again, like, I just feel like this year, like the next year, Grammys 2025 is going to be so interesting, especially for these pop girls, because they went hard 2024. And to see them all nominated for so many, again, she's nominated for all the major 4, so Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best New Artist, and also Pop Solo Performance and Pop Vocal Album, which are all the nominations Sabrina Carpenter was nominated for. So again, neck and neck, there's a lot of competition going on. And when it comes to Chappell Roan, I really feel like she should win Best New Artist. I feel like there's so many good new artists nominated, but when it comes to like the epitome of what a new artist, like the best new artist, I feel like Chappell Roan really defines that, because she was literally nothing. Like, at least some of the other artists had like a little gradual rise. Like, she was literally nothing a year before, and then out of nowhere she just splashed into the mainstream, like hugely loudly. She was one of the most loudest new artists, in my opinion, splashes into the pop mainstream than anybody, like in court, and then her look. I really think she should win Best New Artist. She might have the best attitude, which we're gonna talk about as well too, but I just felt like she was the most freshest, new flavor. Like, she really represents that new energy, because we didn't have any artists like her. She's the most unique, and again, like, she came out of nowhere. There was no slight gradual rise. It was really from night to day, and she even talks about it. Even the title of her album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwestern Queen, Midwestern Princess, like, it really talks about that kind of taking the ordinary person and then boom, having them magnified. So I think she really defines the definition of Best New Artist, especially how unique her sound and contribution is to pop music. I also feel like Pop Vocal Album should go to her as well too, because vocally, I think Chappell Roan has an incredible voice, like just vocally. And in her album, her music is just beautiful. It's very unique. Such a unique contribution to pop music and a unique sound, and it's something that we kind of like wanted to hear, something different. So I feel like she really added that with her song. And her album, obviously, the Rise and Fall of a Pop Western Princess is what's being nominated, and also her song Good Luck Babe, which I love that song too, and vocally that's a really good song. So Pop Solo Performance would be a really good award for her to win. Record of the Year, Album of the Year, those are really strong categories for her to win as well too. But I really feel like Best New Artist, Album of the Year, and Best Solo Performance, Pop Solo Performance, and Pop Vocal Album, those are really strong categories for her, because again, her voice is incredible, and her unique contribution and just the way she splashed into the mainstream, it was like a huge splash. Incredible, very well deserved, and 6 nominations, and 4 of them are the main core ones. Like, the pop girls are doing incredible. I really have to give a round of applause for all the pop girls, because they're doing incredible. And I also want to get into Chappell Roan, because recently her fans kind of were booing her as she was coming from her SNL performance, I believe. I don't know if she was coming back from an SNL performance. I think so. But it's just so interesting with Chappell Roan, her relationship with fame and how she hates it. She loves her artistry, obviously, but she hates the fame. And it's just so interesting how that's caused a reaction with her fan base. And she did an incredible SNL performance. Definitely go watch it. It's from Pink Pony Club. Really great song. I love the song. Such a breath of fresh air. I'm so surprised that song didn't get nominated for a Grammy. But who cares? Her album did for multiple, so who cares? But just great. Just interesting how some of her fans have turned on her or expect this situation. So it's just interesting to see with Chappell Roan, because she's doing so many great things. I mean, so successful, so unique, so talented, and then she's getting all these accolades and awards. However, it's interesting to see how she's going to deal with all this fame, because seems like every time something great happens to her, something else has to follow. So I just want to know, I wonder how Chappell's gonna handle fame as she gets more into her career and stays longer with this career. I just wonder how the dynamic is, because it is such an interesting dynamic that she has. Next is Charli XCX, and y'all know Charli XCX, this was her year. Brat literally killed it this year. And it's so amazing, like 2024 was such a strong year for a lot of artists. So many artists put out albums, and really strong ones. Charli XCX, she's nothing new to the music industry. She's a veteran. But Brat was really an era that put her back into the mainstream lens, and reminded people who she is and what she's here for. So I'm excited. She's been nominated for 7 Grammys, which is a lot. So she's nominated for Best Pop Duo. That's the song Guess that she did with Billie Eilish. She's nominated for Record of the Year, Best Music Video, Best Dance Pop, also Best Pop Solo Performance, and also Best Dance Electronic Album. So she is nominated for 7 Grammys. She's nominated for a lot. And these awards definitely makes sense. Brat was such a great album. Very fun, great pop music, very unique, hyper pop, electronic pop. It was very fun, and it really set a tone and a mood, and it had like everyone going. And what's also interesting is that she's nominated for a lot of different singles. So Guess, 360, Von Dutch, Apple, and of course her album Brat. So I think she has the most nominations for different singles. A lot of the other girls, or the girls I named earlier, like Chappell and Sabrina, it's kind of like their album and 1 or 2 singles. But she's nominated for quite a few singles in her album, which speaks a lot, because so much of her music stands out in a certain way, means something. So it's really interesting to see that not only is she nominated for a lot of Grammys, they are for multiple singles, different singles within her album, which I thought was very interesting, very interesting. It goes to show that she has very strong singles, and her music is very unique. You know, I feel like when singles are chosen in your album, a lot of different singles are chosen in your album to be nominated, that means you really had a strong album, and a lot of your singles were really strong and unique and stood out. Because sometimes, you know, people are just nominated just for the whole project as a whole, which is still incredible. I feel like when you contrast Charli XCX to like Chappell Roan, it makes sense that her whole album is being very celebrated as a whole unit. Because just the whole unit, everything, the movement, the culture, everything about it is such a movement. Whereas, you know, with Brat, it's like the opposite. It's more like, you know, all these different single selections and all the things that they did. So it's very unique to see not only that a lot of these pop girls are nominated for a lot of awards, but also for what song, or is it for that song, or is it for the album? So very interesting. And then last but not least of our pop girls, okay, is Billie Eilish. Okay, Billie Eilish, the Grammy queen. I say that because she's won so many Grammys. I remember that one night where she sweeped, I think, like 6 or 7. So she is like a Grammy queen. She's not new to this. However, this is still very special. And she is also nominated for 7 Grammys. I mean, it's amazing. Like, these pop girls are nominated not just for 1 or 2, it's like 6, 7. It's incredible. And it's honestly gonna just make this show really exciting. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's just gonna make this show really exciting, because it's like, who's gonna win? There's so much competition. And Billie is nominated for Best Pop Duo, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Pop Solo Performance, Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album, and Dance Pop. Okay, so 7 awards. I mean, I think all of them, I think she has except for Best New Artist, she has Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Record of the Year. Highly decorated with all of these. And she had a really great album, very fun, very easy to listen to. And all of these awards are nominated for Birds of a Feather Flock Together, Guess, the collab she did with Charli XCX, and of course her album Hit Me Hard and Soft. So she is highly decorated for these nominations. I'm sure she's gonna win at least one or two. There's no way she's gonna leave the night with none. Especially for that pop duo with her and Charli XCX. I feel like that's definitely gonna win. But Billie Eilish, no different. 7 nominations, incredible. I don't think she's gonna sweep all of them. I just don't. I don't think that. But I do think she's gonna at least have 2. I mean, it's Billie Eilish. So yes, that's the pop girls. They're doing absolutely amazing. Like, they're doing excellent. Literally nominated for 7. Each of them is like 6 or 7 nominations, and the core nominations like album, record, song, best new artist. So this year has been exciting for the pop girls, but these Grammys, to me, I'm very excited to watch because I really want to see who wins. It's what makes music fun and exciting, is the competition, and to see so many contenders with their own archetypes. You know, it's going to be very interesting. I'm actually really excited for the Grammys. So let me know in the comment section below, are you guys excited for the Grammys? Are you guys excited to see who's going to win? Who do you guys think should win what? Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like Sabrina Carpenter should definitely win Album of the Year. That's my personal opinion. I think she'll definitely win Album of the Year. She definitely needs to get a song of the year for Espresso. I think Chappell Roan should definitely win Best New Artist. Like, I feel like she really defines Best New Artist. When it comes to Brat and then Charli XCX, definitely pop duo, definitely dance electronic album. And with Billie Eilish, I think anything could go to Billie. I think anything, except for Album of the Year. I think she had a really good album, but when it comes to the other girls like Brat and Rise and Fall of the Midwestern Princess and Short and Sweet, I think those albums were just a little bit more cultural, a little bit more influential in terms of something new and fresh. But whatever it is, all girls did an incredible job. And again, this year is going to be very exciting because there's a lot of competition and there's just a lot of talent. So I'm very excited to see the Grammys. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys excited to see the Grammys? What do you think that these girls are going to win? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out my music as well too. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.